welcome back with another program with the Polk County Public Libraries. Today we will be making an adult craft project that is part of our Take and Make series. So every week, children, teens, and adults can stop by the library for a fun-filled activity that has all the supplies that you need to do it with, and then we show a demo video on our website as well as our Facebook page. So this week we have an adult take and make kit, and we will be making succulent cork magnets. So these are cute little guys, and we'll get started with that in just a minute. But before we do, I wanted to remind everybody that our summer learning program is getting ready to start on June 8th. And adults, you can stop by the Columbus or Saluda Library and sign up and pick up a challenge card and complete challenges throughout the summer, and you will win, or be entered to win rather, gift cards to local restaurants at the end of the summer in August. So that's something to look forward to, and we can't wait to see you back at the library. So for now, we are going to get started with our succulent cork magnets. So you can stop by the library, like I said, and pick up one of these bags that has the following items in it. It has a magnet, it has a wine cork, it has a toothpick, a paintbrush, it has some paint in there, okay? It's acrylic paint, and of course if you wanted a different color, that's easy to find, and you probably already have some at home as well. And then for our succulents, we are using fake succulents so that you are sure to keep them alive all summer long, and they stick right on your refrigerator. So, all right, to get started with this, we have to take our wine cork, figure out which end is the top and which end is the bottom, and we're going to use our paint and paint just a little decorative piece on the bottom. You can see that this one has a nice teal color. That's a little less than halfway up the cork. And the color that I'm using today is red, because red is the color of my kitchen. And you're going to paint around the bottom, and the cork likes the paint to soak into it. So you may have to put 2 coats of paint on it, and that's okay, but you need to let it dry because you will be touching the full body of the cork for the next part of this activity. So you don't want to get paint on your hands. Okay? I think the most difficult part about this is trying to get a straight line all the way around the cork. Okay, so I would let that dry and then maybe add a second coat to it later. Okay, once it's dry, we're going to add a toothpick that's going to hold our succulent on the very end of the cork. So the part of the cork that's not painted is going to be this end. And for sake of showing you how to do this, I'm going to put another toothpick on the other end. So I break my toothpick in half, and I stick it in the center of the wine cork. And it's pretty difficult to get in there. So what I did with mine when I was making it is I pushed it down onto the table, and that helps it go in there pretty well. Except for the purposes of this video, of course. There we go. You can get it started. The table helps with this. So, and if it breaks off, that's okay too. The important thing is that you just have a little bit extra hanging out of the end of your cork so that you can put on, oops, hang on, so that you can put your succulent on the end of it. Okay, so I've got mine in there, it's just sticking out at the top. And as far as my toothpick goes, I guess I used about 1/8 of the toothpick. I didn't stick the whole thing down in there. It really depends on which cork you ended up with in your bag, if it's going to cooperate for that. But you just need a little bit sticking out of the end. And then I'm going to take a succulent, and there are pink ones and green ones. So whichever one is in your bag is the one you're going to use. And I think it's easiest to glue them on there to make sure they stay. But you can give yours a test run and make sure that it'll stick on and everything. So there it is, it's sticking on perfect. and I want it to stay there, so I'm going to put just a drop of glue. You can use Elmer's glue for this. It'll dry clear, so if you have extra that runs off onto the top of the cork, it's not a big deal. All right, there we go. And then let that dry. So at this point, you'll have the toothpick with the succulent on top, gluing and drying. The bottom of your cork will be painted and dry at this point. And then your final step is to glue your magnet to the back of the cork. So test your magnet on your refrigerator and see which way is the correct way, okay, to glue it on. And then you could just use, again, Elmer's glue, and plan on letting it dry. You may have to balance it with something, but plan on letting it dry like this. And when it's all complete, you can hang it up on your refrigerator. So you can make one of these, many of these, and have a whole row of succulents on your refrigerator to enjoy.